Hello, everybody. I'm Maria, and I'm the admin of the Money Making Esthetician Group. And today we're joined with Michael from M.A.D Skincare. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today.
Oh, it's certainly my pleasure. Absolutely. How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic, excited for today. I've heard so many wonderful things. Originally, what caught my attention was the Miami facial, just how many different modalities you can put together, and then M.A.D mapping. I am obsessed with customization. I think that's truly what clients really want and need. There's not a one size fits all approach. So I was very excited to hear about M.A.D skincare and how you incorporate M.A.D mapping.
Yeah, so thank you so much. And everybody, thank you for taking your time out today to join us. And, you know, learning as much as you can about aesthetics, about brands, about ingredients, and about techniques and application, I think is really paramount and important to your overall growth and making sure that your expertise is really at the highest level. And there's a lot of great ingredients out there, and part of what we want to do at Mad Skincare is not only talk about ingredients, not only talk about serums and moisturizers and stuff like that, but really manage and integrate um, how you're using these products in the most, let's say, high performance mode that you can. And I'll give you a quick example. Let's say you go to the supermarket and you've never cooked before in your life, okay? And you're going to buy 6 or 7 or 8 of your favorite ingredients, and you've never cooked before. You're going to take these ingredients home. They're the best ingredients you can buy. If you don't know how to cook, um, you're probably not going to make a very good meal. And if you take those same 6, 7, or 8 ingredients and you gave them to a trained professional chef that has, 20 years experience, you're probably going to taste one of the most unbelievable meals you've ever experienced. And what's ironic, and if you think about it, it's the same ingredients. The real difference is in the preparation, the application, and how to put this whole thing together. So that's where I think you're going to see today where M.A.D Skincare really tries to build on great ingredients. Because if you don't use great ingredients the right way, they're not going to perform. And that's kind of what it's all about. And it's not that hard. We really make it super cool. I think we really make it super understandable. And let's dive in. I have a PowerPoint. It's going to go over a little bit about the brand, M.A.D Skincare, and again, what the philosophy is of the brand, the architecture of the brand, and then how do you take that and move it into an application or somebody's face and get the most out of it. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Maria, I should be able to do that, right? No
Yes,
problem.
yes.
Okay, let me click share screen.
That is an absolutely wonderful analogy, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Okay, can everybody see that so far? This is step one. Yeah, it says you can see it. All right, hold on. Slideshow from the beginning. How are we looking?
Perfect.
Okay, you see the client and she has a bowl on her head. I wouldn't normally say that that's something we do normally. This was just for graphics. So, all right, guys, thank you so much again for attending and to give us a little bit of your time. And again, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the architecture of the brand and the philosophy of the brand, and then we'll dive in a little deeper. So, when you build a brand, you've got, right, different skin concerns, you've got different types of products, whether they're cleansers or moisturizers or serums or this or that. And if you start piling in different products and different skin concerns without any architecture, it can kind of get a little confusing. Everything may look the same. kind of sound the same. So what we said, let's make sure we color code the products so you can at least start to see what's the category we're talking about. All right. What I mean by category is a skin concern category. And for us, that doesn't necessarily mean dry skin, oily skin, combo skin, or normal skin. Forget that part. What I'm talking about is sun protection. Great. If you see sun protection, you know everything in that category is going to be a SPF product. Doesn't matter if it's a primer, a foundation, a straight sunscreen, whatever, because you're going to see we have different types of sunscreens. Environmental, see that red bar there? That's the second one down. That's kind of like a really interesting approach to skincare ingredients and taking skincare ingredients that do what? That protect you against the environment. And that's not, I don't mean sunscreens, I mean other aggressors in the environment. And yeah, there's other things in the environment that beat our skin up, right? You've got pollution, bad diet, viruses, bacteria, mold, um, indoor air pollution, um, you name it. So believe it or not, right? Those are environmental factors. And this category is going to be great because it's going to do a couple of things very focused. It's going to make sure your cells are breathing well and your cells are detoxifying. So all it's kind of doing is making sure that your cells are operating efficiently. So, and it's going to do that with a couple of key ingredients. We'll get into that. But then it's also going to shield you from all of those other environmental aggressors that I talked about, other than what sunscreens do. So it's a really cool category, and it's going to be great for all skin concerns. Okay. Then you've got your brightening line. Okay. Brightening for us is a bucket of more or less 3 different types of uneven skin tone. So you've got um, acne scarring, let's say, which is typically called post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which means what? You've had an injury, which is what acne is after it creates bacteria and that follicle is stretched to the max, you've got an injury that can lead to acneic scarring. That is a post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Other things can cause post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, right? An adverse effect to a skincare treatment. Microdermabrasion can cause it. And not that any of those things are bad. These are things that can cause trauma to the skin more than what, let's say, you're looking for, and you get a little variation in pigmentation. Melasma, right? That's another hormonal based issue, right? And then you've got photo damage. What is photo damage? That's damage from ultraviolet light. So it's for us, and for most, I would say most brands, those are going to be your 3 main categories that you're looking to, um, reverse skin color or discoloration or uneven skin tone due to these 3 elements. Again, UV-induced stress, that's your sun, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation coming from wounds, and then, of course, melasma, which is hormonal, which you can control and subside. You can't cure it from our perspective, but you can minimize it, make it look less differentiating from other parts of your skin. Anti-aging for us, that basically means anti-wrinkle, anti-lines, maintaining skin density, because as you get older, you lose density in your skin. So you get crepiness, you get sagging skin, lines and wrinkles. That's pretty much what we talk about when we're talking about anti-aging. Acne, very self-explanatory. Before you get to acne, right, you're trying to control oil production, you're trying to control the amount of dirt and debris that is getting trapped in follicles, because that is where acne forms and starts. It's going to start within the follicle. If you keep the follicle clean and clear, you can generally keep your acne under control. Delicate and sensitive skin. This is a really great category for many reasons. It is not just for people that have delicate and sensitive skin issues. It is great for all delicate and sensitive skin issues, but it's also well utilized within our protocol because if you're doing chemical peels, if you're doing enzymes sometimes, if you're doing other modalities, you are causing a controlled trauma, right? If you're causing controlled trauma, we have our delicate line to really support and minimize, I should say. We're going to support it by minimizing post-inflammatory, we're going to minimize the immune system's response, which then minimizes the chance of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. I'm sorry, that took a long time for me to get that out. What it's basically going to do is speed up the recovery process during your facials where you're doing a controlled trauma. All right. Then we have our flex category. This is a real cool category. It has a limited number of products, but it's got 3 color bars, right? It's got the purple, it's got the orange, and it's got the blue. Why is that? It's a great category for all of those 3 skin concerns. So let me let somebody in there. So the flex category is really a friendly category because most people are coming in for 1, 2, or all 3 of those concerns. So I think you're going to find the flex category very useful. All right. So let's meet M.A.D Skincare. So we're going to combine the best that science and nature has to offer. So we're not an all-natural brand. We are not an organic brand. We are a high-performance cosmeceutical brand, and what we're looking to do is really develop formulations that are high performance in formulations that are both using naturally derived ingredients as well as synthetics. To us, one is not better than the other. For us, if you've got both at your disposal, why not use both? That is our philosophy. We have a full range of skin concern products, as you saw. They're all going to be high performance. We have our own research and development, our own manufacturing. We're FDA registered. And what's great is I get to do a lot of experimenting on the front end and formula development and really trying to curate and create products that really resonate with professionals and really have the ability to kind of carve a path and not being a type of product that is like an oh, by the way. So like for us, CBD, we all know 3, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, CBD was a rage and everybody had to make, dozens and dozens and dozens of products with CBD. We made 2, and that's where we stopped. I don't need to make more. Everything doesn't need, from our perspective, everything doesn't need to have CBD in it. We've got a mask with CBD and we've got a chemical peel with CBD. For us, that was great. Okay. So we're always looking for cutting edge ingredients. And for us, that means it needs to have staying power. These ingredients need to be something that's going to stay around for a very long time because they are that good. All right. So, core 4 philosophy. Somebody's raising a hand. Do we want to answer questions now, Maria, or not yet?
We're able to, of course.
Okay. Do you want me to view questions, or do you want somebody else to? How do we?
I'm watching it. He had raised his hand a little while ago. I just didn't want to interrupt.
Okay. Do you want to take the quick question before I get into this slide? We can.
I think it was an accident.
Okay, we're good. No problem. So what I gave you so far was the architecture of the brand, right? We've got skin concern categories, and that's broken out into the sun protection, the brightening, the acne, the anti-aging, the environmental, and the delicate skin. So, and the flex. So you've got the architecture of the brand. Let me see if I could just grab something that shows you how you would identify it. So I'm back. So here happens to be a kit. And you see the way it's got a green stripe and green hexagons? And it says discovered delicate care. That's pretty straightforward. This is going to be in the delicate skin category. And this particular product has 4 products for you to, for consumers or professionals to try, which is great. So it gives you a way to almost experience the entire category, and you don't have to buy full-size products of every product in the category. So just to give you an example, really what I'm just trying to show you is the green coating in the stripe and in the hexagon. Okay, so let's get into philosophy. The philosophy for us is what we call the core 4 philosophy, and that's going to start with exfoliation. So for us, really understanding the importance of exfoliation, it could be chemical, it can be enzymatic, it could be physical, it could be devices. So for us, we make primarily chemical peels or a couple of different enzymes. So we're going to talk about exfoliation from that perspective, okay? Cellular respiration and detoxification. So I'm joining these two together because these 2 pillars in the core 4 philosophy are in the environmental category, and these are what are core foundations to cellular health. Why does that matter? Okay, if a cell can't breathe and if a cell can't detoxify, the cell will die. Okay, what happens when dead skin? Yeah.
Sorry, what kind of exfoliations are there?
So for us, we're going to talk about chemical.
Chemical. Okay.
Michael, really quick, can you make sure you're going to the next slide?
Yeah. Are you stuck? Are we
Yeah,
on?
we're on the first one
A
still.
little bit, yeah.
Still on the first one.
We're on the first one, huh?
Okay.
Hold on. Let's retry. Can you see this now where it's
Yes.
kind of okay? So the slide we should be on says core 4 philosophy. So let me go back to from the beginning. All right. Can you see that?
Yeah, so I see core 4 philosophy.
Okay, because now I'm back on the home screen. Meet
No,
meds
we're on core 4 philosophy right now.
We're
right
with,
now. Okay.
yeah.
How about now? Exfoliation benefits?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me reshare the screen. Bear with me. Because you didn't see a lot of slides. That's not good. I'm going to stop the share. I'm back. You see me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So let me try this again. Share. Share. All right.
I see core 4 philosophies.
Okay. So now let me go and just put from the beginning. Hold on. Okay.
There we go.
All right. Are we on the beginning with the bowl on the girl's head?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, beginning and then the next slide after that, not the exfoliation benefits.
Now we're on M.A.D.
Okay, so that I talked about. Basically, we're FDA registered. We have an own R&D. Blah blah blah. And then here's the core 4 philosophy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so core 4 philosophy. The exfoliation we talked about, enzymatic, chemical. Okay.
Those are the
From-
only 2. I thought you mentioned 2 more.
Well, there's, there are different devices, but we build protocols to synergistically work with devices, but within our realm of products, we have
Okay.
chemical peels, enzymes, and we do have a physical exfoliator. It has pumice, so we can call that a physical exfoliation as part of the M.A.D product line. within the exfoliation, we have, I think, 14 different types of either chemical or enzyme exfoliators. So we'll get into all of that in a bit. The middle two pillars in the core four philosophy, which is cellular respiration and cellular detoxification, is really critical, like I said, because if a cell can't breathe or it cannot detoxify, it's going to die. So if your cells aren't breathing correctly or detoxifying, you are contributing rapidly to dead skin being deposited on your face, because it is just going to continue to pile up because your skin is not optimized for cellular health. So if you optimize cellular health, you can decrease the amount of skin that dies prematurely, causing excess dead skin buildup. Now, every cell has a normal lifespan. All I'm saying is we want to maximize the lifespan of the cell to what it is genetically predisposed in your own DNA for that cell to live. The final pillar is collagen and elastin synthesis. Now, I'll tell you, most brands do exfoliation and collagen and elastin synthesis. And I think where we begin to separate from M.A.D Skincare is we really dedicate a whole product line into maximizing cellular health. So regardless of your skin concern or condition, and maybe you don't have any skin concerns and you just have, genetically really good skin, you can use our environmental line, and all you're going to do is support healthy skin. So it's kind of a great category and what we call the hub of our category. And we will get into what that looks like. So exfoliation. So why do we say that this is first? Well, that's because in the core four philosophy, it's going to be the first thing you do. You want to get rid of clogs and infections by using various acids. You want to peel away rough, aged, dry, dead skin. And you really want to do this for a couple of different reasons. One is it starts to minimize fine lines and wrinkles. It is eliminating infected pores if you have acneic issues or clogged pore issues. Because when you have a breeding ground, you're breeding bacteria, viruses, various skin conditions that eventually you're going to need to seek medical attention. So if you take care of your skin properly, you can have better looking skin, but you can eliminate a lot of future issues. So by decongesting pores, eliminating infected pores, dissolving the dead skin and getting it off, you're minimizing three things: hyperpigmentation, because the more dead skin is at the top of the surface, the more pigmented or uneven the skin tone is going to look, because you'll get various amounts of tyranase production in various areas. So you're sweeping that away. You're getting rid of the acne, potential acne. You're minimizing lines and wrinkles because dead skin is uneven. So by evening it out, you're going to look like you have less lines and wrinkles. And afterwards, you've created purified pores. You're boosting collagen and elastin production. Why? Because you're causing a controlled trauma. By just causing that controlled trauma, you are stimulating the fibroblasts to create new skin. And therein lies the key. By creating new skin and getting rid of old dead skin, you are perfecting your skin, because new skin is plump, it's hydrated, it doesn't have lines and wrinkles, it does not have uneven skin tone, and it does not have acneic issues. So the more dead skin you can sweep away and the more new skin you can promote to grow, the overall better skin you're going to look, regardless of your skin condition. So cellular respiration. Gosh, this is like one of my favorite topics, because I don't think a lot of brands talk about it. Now, other brands do talk about it in the sense of an oxygen facial or things sort of in that category. but you're not delivering oxygen to the skin really. What's happening is there's a chemical process. It's a photosynthesis process really. So what's happening is oxygen does enter the cell from the bloodstream. Now, what I mean by oxygen is basically two molecules of oxygen tied together. So this is O2. Got O1 and O1, and together it's O2. When it goes into the cell, there's a process where the oxygen then splits apart. So now you've got two individual molecules of oxygen kind of floating around, and they are going to be attracted by an electrical charge, a positive and a negative charge, to an area in the cell where it's going to want to bond with hydrogen. So that individual molecule of oxygen is going to look for two molecules of hydrogen. This individual molecule of oxygen is going to be looking for two molecules of hydrogen. So that O2 cell that came in, that O2 molecule that came into your cell is looking for four molecules of hydrogen. Once it bonds with the hydrogen, it creates water. So it's this process by which cellular respiration happens, okay? Now, when the oxygen molecules are split, they are in a free radical state. They're kind of dangerous, okay? If there isn't ample hydrogen, it can steal the necessary hydrogen from a healthy cell. That is why free radicals become an important topic at the cellular level, because this creates a lot of hypoxic stress, and free radicals are highly controlled and reactive to antioxidant compounds. But that's because the antioxidants then donate hydrogen to complete the process. So what do we do in the environmental category? And what do we do throughout M.A.D skincare? Was we load up our products with antioxidants. That's because those antioxidants, when they get metabolized, are going to release free hydrogen so that within the cell, you've got a complete respiratory function. So it's really critical that you maintain high levels of antioxidants in your skin, on your skin, to promote normal cellular respiration. Another key ingredient is oxygen, which kind of promotes the transportation process where these free radical oxygen molecules get to where the hydrogen is very rapidly. Like, we don't want them on a local train making stops along the way. We want them on an express train when they're here to here as quick as possible. So oxygen is going to help move them quickly to where they need to be. And then the antioxidants that are in the environmental category are going to give the ample hydrogen for the respiratory process to complete. Your skin looks glowing and healthy. So I don't know if you've got people in your life that smoke, or you may smoke, or people that have smoked for a very long time. How does their skin look? How does a smoker's skin generally look? It generally looks gray and ashy, like it's choked off. And part of that is because it is. It's starving of oxygen because there isn't enough antioxidants, and the skin is being flooded with toxins which take up the room needed for the antioxidants to be where it needs to be to breathe. So the environmental line is really key in protecting and promoting the respiratory function. When your cells are breathing optimally, they are going to metabolize skincare ingredients, okay? And this is really important because you can spend a lot of money on products that have great ingredients, but if your skin is not optimized to metabolize those ingredients, you're kind of wasting your money. I'll be honest with you. All right. Optimize cellular respiration. That means your skin can take better advantage of other active ingredients to fix other problems you might have. Now, cellular detoxification. So, like I said, you've got bioactivity in the cell, right? You've got oxygen coming in, you've got antioxidants coming in. That means there's nutrients coming in. That's all going to get metabolized, and there's a bioactivity or burn. There's an actual chemical burning between the active ingredients, the oxygen splitting, bonding with hydrogen. And what's going to happen is over time, you're going to build up unused material that needs to exit the cells. So every cell in your body needs to detoxify. So that's why different lymphatic drainage massage is created, various massage techniques that help detoxify, right? Why? Because you're helping to physically move toxins out of cells, but we can also do that with ingredients. And cell detox is one of these ingredients in the environmental line that supports every cell's detoxification process within the skincare world, okay? This is going to be great because toxins aren't building up and the cells won't prematurely die. So think about what we're doing here. We're optimizing cellular health by fortifying respiration and fortifying the detoxification process. And this is going to lead to healthier skin. All right. Collagen and elastin production, like I said before, as we get older, these signals slow down, these signals stop, these signals get interrupted. Okay, what is going to keep your physical skin being created from within? And that is all going to be driven by making sure that the fibroblasts in the dermis are sending the signals to create new skin. Because if that signal dies, can you see the image of the young skin and the elderly skin? Are you seeing that on the slide?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So think about it like a mattress and a box spring. Okay. I always make these analogies because I guess I like analogies. I don't know. So what happens if your box spring is bad and you're over time your mattress is going to kind of follow how good your box spring is, okay? So think about your dermis being the box spring and your epidermis as being the mattress. Well, if you want your epidermis to be plump and smooth, you better be working on the dermis, okay? And generally speaking, these really cool ingredients called peptides and growth factors and stem cells are really very important amino acid chains that are constructed and rebuilt so that they are sending the proper signals deeper in the skin so that you are plumping up the epidermis. So you're kind of just making sure that your box spring is optimized, okay? That's the way I look at it. If I want a good night's sleep, I'm going to get the best box spring I can. I'm not skimping on the box spring. So I hope that kind of makes a little sense. That box spring is going to support the mattress. Well, with skin, your dermis is going to support the epidermis, okay? So think of it that way. All right, the MAD wheel. So this is kind of how we view skincare from an overall 360-degree view. All right. And what is this wheel? Well, this wheel, think of it as being somebody's face in a way. The hub of the wheel is the environmental category. And what did I say that's going to do? It's going to stimulate cellular health. So the hub here is touching all the other skin concerns, right? That means that the environmental concern is great as sort of like an anchor to support these different skin concerns and whatever additional treatments you're going to use on the specific concerns, because all it's doing is supporting cellular health. Then you've got these other categories, right? At the top, you got brightening. At the right, you got acne. Down below, you got delicate. And over on the left, we got anti-aging. So let's move to the right. Let's say somebody's got acne, okay? Couple of concerns, or I should say a couple of secondary concerns that you can see with acne. might be post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Oops, I'm sorry, let me backspace. There we go. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation or delicate and sensitive skin. Because what happens when people have acne, right? There's inflammation, there's bacteria, there's redness, there's just pain. There's a lot going on, right? Well, let me tell you, anything in the delicate line is going to really help, not the acne, but the response to the acne where you've got redness, inflammation, and you have discomfort, okay? Acne, of course, is going to treat the acne. It's going to kill bacteria, it's going to decongest pores, and it's going to minimize oil production, okay? But what are some of the other things that can happen when somebody has acne? You can get post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation because those acne blemishes can turn into scars. So what I'm saying on this wheel is that you can have a customer or a client or a professional or yourself, and you can have 3 skin concerns all because of acne. You can have the acne itself, you can have acne scarring, and you can have the inflammation and the immune response that comes from having acne. So with M.A.D skincare, when you think about making a protocol to manage this acne, you're going to do 3 other things. You're going to improve cellular health. You're going to control any post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation that is there or may become evident. And you're going to minimize and create a healing environment where you can get this client's skin healed as quick as possible. Now, let's talk about anti-aging real quick. Anti-aging is going to be great because you're focusing on fine lines and wrinkles, crepey skin, sagging skin, and skin density. But what happens when people have those particular signs of aging? A lot of times they have photo damage. Photo damage is going to be addressed in the brightening category. Guess what? If you've got a client with lines and wrinkles, here's a perfect trio of skin concern products that is going to really fill out how well their skin looks, because you're not only going to treat fine lines and wrinkles, crepiness, and sagging skin and skin density, you're going to optimize cellular health, and you're going to dump a bunch of brightening products on there to minimize that UV damage that I guarantee you they probably have. And also, guess what? Even if they don't have hyperpigmentation issues, our brightening line is loaded with vitamin C. So what you're going to be doing is delivering those antioxidants necessary to stimulate proper cellular respiration. So the brightening category is going to give you a dual benefit. It's going to manage uneven skin tone, but it's also delivering the great ingredients that have an abundance of hydrogen that you're going to need and you're going to want. All right. And then you have delicate and sensitive skin. And again, I love this category because it's not just for somebody with delicate and sensitive skin on a daily basis. Yes, it works incredibly well for that. But it's also an integral part to the protocol, because when you're causing controlled trauma, you want to use the delicate skin ingredients to minimize the immune response and to promote the healing process to have it accelerated. The quicker the healing process takes place, the less chance for post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Okay, so that was the overview of the brand. I know I kind of dumped a lot of information on you, but don't worry, this is recorded. You're going to have access to information, and there's always access on our Instagram page for you to reference. When you click on our link tree, you can get to all the information and answer a lot of questions. Okay. So what are some of the reasons, and one of the reasons M.A.D skincare is so special? And that's number one is we're using hundreds of different active ingredients, and they're going to work synergistically together for outstanding results. So what we do is we've got all these different skin concern categories. They all have very unique ingredients. Some ingredients cross over, but the formulas are synergistically built so they can work together. And that means that you can layer products. That means you can cocktail products, okay, without the worry of causing a contraindication or an issue within the line that products aren't meant to work together. They are. So you can combine masks, you can combine cleansers. I combine serums all the time because I want to maximize the amount of actives ingredients we're putting on the skin. And I may be treating an area that has multiple concerns. So I may take a serum, let's say, from the brightening line and a serum from the delicate line because I've got hyperpigmentation from an acneic issue, as well as an immune response because it's swollen and inflamed and red. So there's a huge advantage where you can combine in products and really build out a custom treatment. Okay. But what really kind of stays constant throughout the MAD skincare philosophy is really the protocol steps. What product you pick within the protocol step is what is going to vary. But no matter what, whenever you do a MAD facial, you kind of want to follow these protocol steps pretty close, okay? Very simple. Cleansing, you're going to start off with a double cleanse. You're going to follow that with step 2, where you're going to do a toner. We have 2 toners in our line. I generally use the one from the environmental category, which is called Everyday Toner. And you're going to see a picture of all of these. But I do because we start flooding the skin with antioxidants, and it's a very light exfoliating process. Every skin concern has a cleanser. So you don't have to worry that we don't have enough cleansers. We have enough cleansers, believe me. So you're going to see a list in a minute. Third step, exfoliation or chemical exfoliation with peels or enzymes. Okay, this is where you get to pick and choose a chemical peel that you're comfortable with, a chemical peel or 2 that your client is going to be comfortable with, depending on their Fitzpatrick or their sensitivity, or if or anything like that, or what the skin concern is. Okay. Generally speaking, we're going to neutralize. Yes, after a chemical exfoliation, we have what we call a MAD hack, where we don't just dump neutralizer on the skin. We like to do it in a progressive manner, where I like to use the everyday toner first, because I want to bring the pH up a little slow. And then we're going to use tepid water. We're going to bring the pH up a little more. And then we're going to use our neutralizer solution, which has a pH of around 9, and other skin calming ingredients. So what we're doing is we're not bringing the pH of the skin from a 3 to a 9. We're going to go 3, 4.5, 6, 9. That's much more comfortable for the client. You're not reactivating the peel as much as you would as if you just dumped a neutralizer on the skin. So there's a lot of cool benefits to doing what we call a 3-step neutralization. And again, it's our everyday toner, water, and neutralizer solution. So it's a very gentle, calming way to neutralize. Then we have our calming gel mask. This is where we really start to leverage our delicate line. That calming gel mask is going to provide cooling, soothing, immune minimizing reactions from the chemical peel, and it's going to start promoting the healing process. Great mask. It's even great, like if you do waxing and people are getting irritated from waxing. After you've done waxing, you can smear some delicate skin calming gel mask on whatever area you waxed. If you're doing microdermabrasion, microneedling, these are different protocols where you're using devices and you can cause some additional reaction that you want to get under control. Go ahead and use the delicate skin calming gel mask. If somebody has a bee bite, go ahead and use it. Somebody has sunburn, go ahead and use it. So it's a really amazing, universal calming gel mask that you're gonna, I think, really fall in love with. Then we have our treatment mask. So what does this mean? So every skin concern has a professional mask. So whether you're talking about acne or brightening or environmental with the detox mask or a couple of different anti-aging masks, every category has a mask. So you can then now apply a booster serum and a mask to a given area to really start depositing micronutrients that are going to speed up the positive results of the peel by delivering the appropriate active ingredients to help stimulate that necessary repair. So I give you an example. In the acne line, if somebody has acne in their T-zone, I'm just going to use that as an example, but they don't have acne anywhere else, within this step, you would use the zinc and sulfur mask in the T-zone. So there's no reason to put an acne mask where they don't have acne. Now, let's look at my skin, right? I got lines and wrinkles going up here, right? There's not much acne. My cheeks, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I have like capillaries, means I have thin skin. So what I like to do is use my M.A.D mapping technique at this point, specifically, because I want to target lines and wrinkles here. I want to target my T-zone with zinc and sulfur. I get hyperpigmentation on this orbital bone, so I might do some brightening mask in here. And I love my wheatgrass or my delicate mask in my cheeks. And then, you know, I have facial hair. I shave just about every day. I can get ingrown hairs. So I may do an acne mask on my chin area if I get ingrown hairs. And if I don't, I'll use the environmental detox. Okay. So as you can see, somebody's face, even though it's one skin, can have and probably does have multiple skin concerns either in a given area or directly on top of each other. So even though right here I have hyperpigmentation, I'm in the eye area. I also have lines and wrinkles. So within my eye area, there's no reason why I can't combine brightening and anti-aging products to target both of those skin concerns in this area, okay? So the treatment masks are a great way to cocktail things together to really deliver maximum benefit, all right? After you've removed your masks, I like to do another toner step with the everyday toner. Then I like to come in with all of our different serums. And again, every skin concern is going to have serums. Now, I don't have so much of a serum in the acne line. It's blemish repelling gel with a 5% benzoyl peroxide, or acne reversing gel, which is a 10% benzoyl peroxide. Those are kind of more home care products. So if I have an acne client, I will be using delicate and brightening serums together to help manage the secondary concerns. Then you've got your environmental, which is the wrinkle repellent, your anti-aging serum, which is great. It's going to fight those lines and wrinkles. And again, you can apply serums in very targeted areas, or you can cocktail them together and apply the serums in a lot of different areas, but you can combine multiple serums. The moisturizer step is the same thing. You can target what moisturizer you want to use where. You can use one all over the face if you like, that's fine. And then of course you have your sunscreens. So that's your protocol step or your guideline. Where it gets fun is you kind of get to create and mix and cocktail what exactly do I want to do in each of these steps, okay? All right, so this gives you a nice pictorial of all the different cleansers within step one. Now, you see the Flex cleanser, the Mandelic refining cleanser? This is a great cleanser because if you've got a client with multiple concerns, Here's a cleanser that's going to help address all of those concerns. The Nourishing Cleansing Lotion, very popular during the winter time when it gets dry and skin needs extra hydration. This is a soap-free cleansing lotion that is extremely gentle, does a great job in removing makeup. You can even use it as a first step if you want to just really get makeup off before you start cleansing the skin. Becomes very popular during the winter. Glycolic age diffusing cleanser. This is a 7% glycolic cleanser, really ideal for those clients looking for that boost in getting rid of fine lines and wrinkles. The Mega Rich Antioxidant Cleanser in the environmental line. This is an acid-free cleanser. So if you're not into acids, this is a great all-around high antioxidant cleansing gel, superb for all skin types. Delicate Skin Cleansing Gel, just like it says, it is for delicate skin. So if you know somebody that has a lot of sensitivities to different things, they can't use acids, they don't want to use heavy ingredients, the Delicate Skin Cleansing Gel is a perfect way to start. Now, also remember too, all of our cleansers are sulfate-free, paraben-free, so there's no petroleum products in here. It's corn-based and coconut-based glycols, which make them very gentle on the skin. The brightening cleanser, again, is also acid-free. So you've got 3 cleansers at the bottom that are acid-free, that are going to be gentle, do a great job in cleansing the skin, and you can pick and choose, well, what do I want to do? Do I want to deliver antioxidants? Am I concerned with skin sensitivity? Or do I want to start delivering botanical ingredients that can help even out skin tone and really start to deliver the antioxidants necessary and the vitamin C necessary to help really even out skin tone? And then, of course, you've got Salicylic Cleansing Gel, which has that blue stripe, and that pretty much is your active cleanser to really break up oil, decongest pores, and get your client's skin trending towards a clean and clear, healthy environment, and not an environment where you're breeding bacteria or they're breeding bacteria and having acneic issues. Those are the 2 toners. Like I said, Everyday Toner from the environmental line is like my absolute favorite. And again, the glycolic toner is excellent. It is much stronger. It's a 7% glycolic toner. And again, I would limit this to your clients with very dense, thick skin that need a lot of stripping off and things like that. So I would honestly say we probably use the Everyday Toner 4-to-1 compared to the glycolic. That doesn't mean that the glycolic toner is not an exceptional product. It just means that the environmental toner is more universal. Here we have a snapshot. Yes.
What is glycolic?
Glycolic is an alpha hydroxy acid, and this is an acid that is very well known to dissolve dead skin and keratin and things like that. So it's very common in toners, cleansers, and chemical peels. And it's derived from sugar. So it's a very small molecular weight acid that is really good at making your skin look youthful. But some people can have a sensitivity to it because it is a small molecular weight. So that's why I kind of recommend the Everyday Toner, because it doesn't have any glycolic acid in it. Chemical peels. So like I said, we do a lot of chemical exfoliation. On the left, you've got what we call our gel-based peels. These are in the blue bottles. You've got the mandelic peel. Mandelic acid is well tolerated. And again, that's ideal for anti-wrinkle, for brightening, and for acneic concerns. The delicate peel is great because that's great for people with delicate and sensitive skin. Yes, people with delicate and sensitive skin can get a peel if it's the correct pH and if it doesn't have glycolic acid in it. So that's why our delicate skin resurfacing peel is extremely popular, because it meets those 2 criteria. and is well tolerated by all skin types. Then you've got the 30% glycolic acid peel. Again, it's just what it says. It's a 30% glycolic acid peel. It's going to be, even though it's gel based, it's going to have a pH of around 2.5. So you're going to be focusing on people with lines and wrinkles, and they can tolerate a glycolic acid. Now, this peel is not going to make you hyper shed like a TCA or a Jesner or phenol peels or peels that are going to be hyper aggressive. It's still manageable because it's gel based, which means it doesn't stay on your skin at a low pH for very long. Because it's gel based and because you have water in your skin, it will tend to neutralize itself fairly quickly. Doesn't mean it's self neutralizing. The pH will climb. You will want to neutralize it, but because it's gel based, it's very controllable. Then you have your radiant brightening peel, which is going to be great for lightening and brightening even out skin tones. It's going to help with lines and wrinkles as well. Your acne peel is going to do great for acneic skin concerns, just like it says, because it has now salicylic acid, willow bark, your glycolic, and your lactic acid. The environmental renewal peel is a great lactic acid multi-fruit acid peel. So if you're glycolic sensitive, that environmental peel or that delicate peel are going to be very advantageous if you do not want to use glycolic. And then on the right,
sorry, I was going to ask,
sure.
When do you know to use the resurfacing peel?
The delicate skin resurfacing peel?
Yes.
So you can use that on any client, whether you're a Fitzpatrick 1 or 7, whether they have any acneic concerns, brightening concerns, fine lines and wrinkles. It's a very gentle polishing peel. So it doesn't penetrate deeply.
Got it.
It's more concerned about smoothing out roughness. So think about it this way, right? I don't know if anybody has ever resurfaced or reconditioned a piece of furniture. Okay. So normally when you get a piece of furniture, let's say it's just an old end table and you don't like the way it looks, you have to do a few things. You have to sand it. And generally speaking, you use a very rough sandpaper in the beginning, then you move to a medium weight sandpaper, then you use a very light, fine grit sandpaper. Think of your delicate skin resurfacing peel as this fine, light, delicate sandpaper. It's not going to take care of deep lines and wrinkles. It's going to give you a nice polished look on the skin. Gives you that glossy look because your skin is so smooth, okay? So it makes it great for all skin types, regardless of Fitzpatrick or skin concern. It's a very beautiful skin polisher and gives you a very nice finish. So if you want to get into M.A.D, I would highly recommend the delicate skin resurfacing peel. You can feel very comfortable using this peel and it won't be overly aggressive. And then at the bottom, we've got a couple of different enzymes. You've got the one in the flex category. It's the 4-fruit enzyme. Maria, you were saying you are enjoying using this product. It's becoming a fan favorite. And what I like about it is it's a 12-month a year product. So it doesn't matter if it's winter, summer, spring, or fall. You're not using any acids in this 4-fruit enzyme. And Maria, so what are some of the cool things you're seeing with the 4-fruit enzyme?
So I had an acneic client come in and she had a lot of inflammation, a lot of pigmentation. She's been with me for quite a while, so I was comfortable just jumping in. And then when we got done, she was like, 2 days later, she goes, I couldn't believe how less inflamed it looked. Her pigmentation was lighter, her tone and her texture. She was like, what is this sorcery? And I was like, it's just good products.
What is this sorcery? Yeah, exactly, Maria. You know, we're in the formulating business, so we're going to try and really maximize the benefits that you're going to get. So, and I try to make it so that you can read the label And either with the color bar or the name of the product, you should be able to get a good sense of what this product is, what the product can do, and who is the product for. So that's why there's 3 color bars on this product. So if you've got somebody with acne, hyperpigmentation, or lines and wrinkles, this 4-fruit enzyme is going to be great. If you don't want to use acids, this is a go-to product. There's no acids. What's the difference between an acid and an enzyme? The acid will dissolve not only dead skin, but living tissue as well. There is an application for that. Enzymes will only metabolize dead skin. What does that mean? It will not affect living tissue. Enzymes are only interested in dead proteins, okay? So there's an advantage to that too. So if you've got a client that's sensitive to acids, 4-fruit enzyme is great. Guess what you can do as well? You can do a protocol and you can do the 4-fruit enzyme first, let the 4-fruit enzyme work on all the dead skin, and then guess what? You want to follow up with one of our gel-based peels? Go right ahead. So now you're doing some preliminary dead skin removal with the 4-fruit enzyme, and then you can follow up with one of our gel-based peels. Beautiful results because you're using the products in an appropriate manner. And this goes back to that chef. He's going to use those ingredients in an appropriate way, in an appropriate manner. Can they work independently? Absolutely. But what I love about the 4-fruit enzyme is when you go back to step 3, let me go back a second. When you go back to step 3, can everybody see the treatment protocol step slide?
Yes.
Okay, go back to step 3 where it says exfoliate and peel. There's no reason why in step 3 you can't do 4-fruit enzyme first, remove it, and then do a chemical peel afterwards. Okay? All right. Top right, you've got advanced acne, non-resorcinol, glycolic 40%, Genesis growth factor, multi-C retinol, and Jesner's peel. These are more intensive peels, okay? So they're going to have higher acid concentrations and higher or more active ingredients within the chemical peel. So advanced acne is going to give you a smattering of acids. It's going to be stronger than our basic acne peel. The non-resorcinol peel is going to be great for darker Fitzpatrick's where you want to control acne, minimize uneven skin tone, and do some just general good exfoliation, but you don't want to use resorcinol, which is what a key ingredient is in the Jesner's peel. So the non-resorcinol is going to be lactic, salicylic, and a little bit of glycolic, whereas the Jesner's is 14% of lactic, salicylic, and resorcinol. And the reason why you want to be a little bit careful is because resorcinol is a bleaching agent, and a darker Fitzpatrick client could be sensitive, and you could over bleach their skin and then create uneven skin tone. So that's why the non-resorcinol exists. Now, all Fitzpatricks can handle the gel-based peels on the left, the blue bottle peels. Keep that in mind, okay? All right, and then we have the fall favorite, the dual action pumpkin enzyme mask. This is not your mother's pumpkin mask. This is a pretty aggressive dual action. What do I mean by dual action? Well, it has 31% glycolic acid and 32% pumpkin enzyme. So it's got alpha hydroxys and enzymes together. It's got a lot of punch. So you got to be a little bit careful with this. A lot of times what I like to do is combine the dual action pumpkin with the 4-fruit enzyme. So I kind of dilute the potency of the dual action, and I get this really cool blend of what I call 5 fruits and glycolic acid. So you can cocktail and you can be a mixologist. And you, again, If you want to see how something works and you're not sure, I'm not saying to just go ahead, mix up a cocktail of something and just try it on a client. You do a patch test on yourself. Where do you do patch tests? Behind the ears, on the underside of your wrists. But over here, these are great areas to do patch tests to really get a sense of what does this product feel like, what does it do, and how can I best use it? Okay.
And so you wouldn't cocktail like a Jasner's pill and a dual action pumpkin enzyme mask.
No, I probably wouldn't do that. No,
Okay.
I would, I would do the dual action pumpkin either by itself or cocktailed with the 4-fruit enzyme next to it.
I'm asking because I want to know if the right protocol exfoliation products are harsher than the ones in the container.
The ones in the brown bottles on the right are stronger. Yes.
Okay.
The ones in the blue bottles on the left, the gel-based bottles with the pump there, those are easier to manage in the beginning. And that's what I suggest people use. I'll be honest with you, I use 80% of the time, I'm using my gel-based peels on clients and on myself. Very rarely am I going to the heavier peels. I have to have really good reason to do that. So we have the gel-based peels, which are extremely efficacious and they're a lot safer. Now that I created the 4-fruit enzyme and I use that as a pre-step, I really leverage now the gel-based peels a lot more. And I'll be honest with you, they're extremely economical. It's a 4-ounce bottle. It's 120 ml. They average around $40 a bottle. So I'm being very honest. I would say get a $40 peel way before you get a $60 or an $80 peel on the right, because you're going to get great results with that peel. And we sell most of our peels are those gel-based peels on the left. And I don't think they would sell so well if they weren't good. So just a little internal, opinion. I always want to steer and give guidance as best as possible, even within our own brand. Now that's not to say there isn't a place for the Genesis growth factor peel or the Jesner peel. So I'll give you an example. We have something we have a protocol called the Platinum Miami Facial, PMF. Platinum Miami Facial uses the Genesis growth factor peel and the multi-C peel with hydrodermabrasion with the DermaGem machine and with a Nano 360 microchanneling device. So we did make a specific protocol using those two peels because what we wanted to do with that protocol is just deliver profound skin regeneration in a very short period of time without much downtime. And the way we built that protocol happened to work great with the Genesis growth factor peel and the multi-C retinol peel. So we do have the Platinum Miami Facial. And if you want to check out our higher end peels, feel free to seek out those trainings, the Platinum Miami Facial. Both DermaGem has it on their site. Oops, I'm sorry. Let me go back. And we have it on our site as well. I do use the Jesners and the non-resorcinol on skin with very active scarring. So you may have had a client that had acne in previous years, and now they've got acne scars. That is really when I like to use the Jesner peel and really help go down deeper layers to help minimize that scarring. Non-resorcinol, similar approach. I use that. But if I have a darker Fitzpatrick client, I'll use that. Advanced acne, again, just like it said, if I've got acne and it's medium to advanced, I'm going to use the advanced acne peel quick, maybe a little sooner than I will the acne. regular acne peel. Once I get it under control, I may then shift to the acne peel and get them on the gel-based peel. So those are some different ways you will incorporate the more M.A.D style peels within your practice. Now, I know some states don't allow more than 30% acid. So that's going to make these peels sort of out of scope. That's why we have the gel-based peels. All of those are going to be within scope in all 50 states of the United States, okay?
So we do have a quick question. Do you remove all peels or are some left and layered?
So we do layer peels, but we as a company always recommend to remove the peel. And that's because generally speaking, a salicylic acid peel is something you would not remove. You would leave it on. Anything with alpha hydroxy acid is something you would remove. All of our peels are a blend. So none of our peels are straight salicylic. So from our perspective, you know, even if there's 1% alpha hydroxy acid, that puts us into a category where we recommend removing the peels. Yes, you can layer the peels, and we do that frequently. So I'll give you an example of layering. And I like using my face, if you don't mind seeing my face close up. So when I look at my face and when I work on my face, okay, I've got anti-aging concerns here, hyperpigmentation here, delicate and sensitive here, various here, could be anti-aging, it could be ingrown hair, and then in my T-zone, acneic concerns. So what does that mean? What I'm going to do for me, Michael Contorno, I can tolerate the mandelic peel very well. And because I've got multiple concerns, I like to start with the mandelic peel. And I'll put that up here. I'll put it here. I'll put it in my nose. I'm going to put it above my lip, my chin, and down. Depending on my cheeks, that might be a let's see area. Generally speaking, I can handle the mandelic in my cheeks. My cheeks don't like glycolic too much. And this is through trial and error, you know? So the mandelic peel, let me go back. I can use the mandelic peel everywhere. I'll do a layer of that. What am I going to do next? I'm going to use a glycolic 30 on top of that up here. I'm going to use the radiant brightening peel along here on this orbital bone, right? This eye socket bone. I get hyperpigmentation there. I'm going to use my acne peel in here. And I love using the environmental peel in my chin area. And now I've done a layer 2. Then I'm going to do a layer 3. I'm going to use the delicate peel. After 5 minutes, 7 minutes, I'm going to do the delicate peel everywhere. So I may have a total acid time of anywhere from 15 to 21 minutes. I'm not neutralizing in between. I'm just layering, okay? Once I've done 3 layers, generally speaking, leave it on that last 7 or 8 minutes, and now I begin the neutralization process. But what I've done is I've not only addressed collagen and elastin production with acids, I'm targeting specific ingredients to maximize those ingredients in specific areas where that concern exists. So fine lines and wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, and acneic concerns are mostly what I'm dealing with, okay? So I love to layer. You can layer. These 6 peels on the left are fantastic for layering. And that last layer with the delicate peel is going to give me a beautiful, polished, smooth look. I look like I'm 35 after that. No, just kidding. But again, great results, peels that are manageable because they're gel-based. And what I love about it is because they're gel-based, they're not overly aggressive. I am not trying to shed your skin off in 5 days and have you look like a skeleton on Halloween time on your front lawn. That's not what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to work within harmony of your normal skin pathology, which means about every 28 or 30 days, you have a natural turnover of the skin anyway. So I want to work within those 15 to 30 days to help accelerate the turnover, but not have everything shed off too prematurely. Okay? That's kind of mainly our philosophy. And I mentioned before the step 5, that calming step. There's the delicate skin calming gel mask or the wheatgrass mask. These are wonderful for calming and soothing the skin. We also have a new product called our hyaluronic acid sheet mask, which is also excellent to calm the skin after doing enzymes and chemical peels. And again, what are we doing by calming everything down with these calming ingredients? We are stimulating the repair process, because the quicker it repairs itself, meaning the skin, the less chance for hyperpigmentation or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Okay? Those treatment masks that I was talking about, there's 6 of them, one for each skin concern. And I actually think that the anti-aging has 2. I think you're going to love the Genesis Growth Factor mask. This is going to be great for not only fine lines and wrinkles, but it really does a great job on brightening the skin as well. So it's kind of a dual benefit. And then, of course, you've got your zinc and sulfur mask, which I love, again, applying in those areas where I have acneic skin or oily skin or potential for acne. That brightening mask, I love putting, again, where I've got sun exposure or age spots or things like that that need a boost in controlling uneven skin tone and getting that managed. The environmental detox mask, the one that's in the environmental category, that's a great all over the face mask, because it's going to do cellular respiration and detoxification management, and it's going to really help stimulate healthy skin. So no matter where you are in your skin, the environmental detox mask can be a great base to add any of these other masks to. All right. So you've got so many options, people. You can target specific masks in areas. You can make cocktails of masks. And I personally love both cocktailing masks in certain areas and then targeting other masks in other areas.
Lisa had a quick question. Will you peel or flake from that?
From what, the masks or the peels?
The peels.
You generally will flake. I wouldn't say you're going to peel heavily. Only if you use the Jesner or the non-resorcinol are you going to generally peel heavier. Now, if you go above 3 layers, which you can do, you can then increase the chances of peeling and flaking. Does that make sense? Because you're increasing the number of layers and you're increasing the amount of time the acid is active on your face. So if you start doing 5 and 6 layers, you're just increasing the chances of peeling and flaking. If you don't want somebody necessarily to peel and flake too much, stay at 3 layers or less. That would be my guideline. Does that answer the question? Are we good on that? All right, I'm gonna say yes. Step 7, serums. Why are serums important? Serums deliver active ingredients. Serums are rapidly absorbed. Now, because you did a controlled exfoliation and you're stimulating bioactivity, your skin is sitting there saying, okay, feed me. I want to repair myself. I've had acid on my skin. I'm going to create new skin, and I need micronutrients to do that. Well, how's your skin going to get that? It's going to get that in step 7. You're going to deliver all the micronutrients your skin needs by picking one or more of these serums within the protocol step to really stimulate the repair process and get to the desired goal. So if your desired goal is to lighten skin, you're taking the Spot on Targeted Skin Brightening Serum. If your desired goal is to minimize fine lines and wrinkles, you're taking that Youth Transformation Age Corrective Serum. If your desired goal is cellular health, you're going to take the Wrinkle Repellent Environmental Protection Serum. And if you're looking to calm and soothe the irritation or calm and soothe anything, the Redness Rescue is going to be your go-to. Now, again, you can combine these. You can cocktail these. They work great together. They're going to function amazingly. And if you start picking 2 of these serums to cocktail together in a given area, you are delivering between 70 and 80 different active ingredients. Not 1 or 2, not 3 or 4, not 5 or 6, 70 to 80 different active ingredients. Why is that important? Why is that a thing? So let me tell you why. Skin is very adaptive, okay? Has anybody ever bought a product, let's say at the drugstore, at a supermarket, and I'm not trying to pick on those products, I'm just using this as an example. And you've used the product, and in the beginning, it works great and no problem. But then after, let's say 30, 40, 50 days, a couple of months, you feel like the product just isn't really working that well. Has anybody ever had that happen? I know I have, okay? Well, what changed? Did the product change? Nope. Product didn't change. What happened is your skin adapted to the few ingredients that are in that product, whether it be niacinamide or this or that. The problem is with most drugstore and supermarket brands is that there just isn't enough active ingredients. Your skin needs a lot of active ingredients for a few reasons. One is it has good memory and you need it to constantly metabolize ingredients. And 2 is you've got a very good barrier there. So it's very difficult to get product to absorb. And how do you do that? By making sure you're putting a lot of good active ingredients on there. So generally speaking, you need to really pick products. Doesn't have to be M.A.D Skincare. I don't care what brand you pick. Pick brands that are delivering an abundance of active ingredients, not just 1 or 2 or 3 active ingredients. There is no superhero ingredient. There just isn't. And it's not that that one ingredient isn't good. It's that your skin manages to adapt to metabolize it as fast as possible. Your skin is always looking to metabolize as fast as possible. Well, if that's the case, you need to put a lot of different active ingredients on your skin to always make sure your skin is in motion, bioactively speaking, metabolizing these ingredients. That's what gives you great looking skin. I hope that makes sense. Moisturizers, I kind of treat the same way. Now, what's the difference real quick between a serum and a moisturizer? Well, serums are very lightweight, packed with active ingredients. They go on your skin first because they're going to absorb rapidly. Do serums moisturize? No, they do not. Serums only hydrate. But what happens is if you don't use a moisturizer, that hydration is going to go away quickly. The more evaporation you get, the more active ingredients you lose. So serums are great. You want to put a moisturizer on top to lock in those active ingredients. Moisturizers are more occlusive, which means they give a better barrier. So you get a better seal. You've got a moisturizer in every skin concern category. So you can stack a serum and a moisturizer from the same category, or you can cross over categories and say, okay, I may want to use the serum for brightening, but now I want to use the anti-aging moisturizer right on top. Feel free. It's going to work great. You're going to minimize fine lines and wrinkles, and you're going to brighten the skin. You want to do daytime defense shielding moisturizer all over the face? Absolutely, you can. It's in the environmental category. It's focusing on cellular health. And guess what? The skin cells are everywhere on your skin. So it doesn't matter if you have sensitive skin, acneic skin, old skin, dull skin, uneven skin, daytime defense is going to work on cellular health. Okay. Breakout Control Daily Moisturizer. I'm sorry, on the bottom left, this is an oil-free moisturizer to help manage breakouts. Yes, you can moisturize your skin and still control great breakouts because we're using pharmaceutical grade silicones, and these are not oils. Pharmaceutical grade silicones act like an oil, but they evaporate off your skin. They do not clog pores. They leave the skin, leaving the active ingredients behind. Delicate Daily Moisturizer, one of our most popular moisturizers, because it does everything it says it does. You can use it daily, you can use it multiple times during the day, and it's going to calm and soothe any irritation, inflammation, redness, and any skin issues you have. And then our family of sunscreens. My goodness, I can't wait till everybody gets to see all of our different sunscreens. You've got makeup primers that are tinted, light, medium, and dark. They cover every Fitzpatrick 1 to 7. You have 2 different shades of a foundation. This is a self-adjusting foundation serum. Maria, did I send you this?
No.
I didn't send you a self-adjusting foundation.
I don't believe
If I
so.
didn't, I am so disappointed in myself.
Aw, no.
Okay, so we're gonna make sure we send you it so you can test it.
Okay.
You've got a PhotoGuard SPF 20 eye cream. There's not that many eye creams out there that deliver an SPF. The eye area is very thin. There's no fat pad under here. I don't care how fat or skinny you are. There's very little fat up over here, generally by the eye. You need a very gentle, light emulsion. It's going to be great, and it's going to absorb quickly with an area of skin that does not have a good fat pad, and that's everybody's under eye area. Our Hyper Sheer and Hyper Sheer Matte are 2 most popular SPF 50s. They're great for daily use. The back 2, the On Guard and the On Guard Tinted. These are 4-ounce tubes, which are great for your cabin. So the ones in the front that are airless pumps are great for resale. The ones in the back are great to use in your cabin because they're a larger size and they're economical. So let's discover M.A.D mapping. Now, I kind of gave you quite a bit of information on M.A.D mapping.
We do have a quick question before we dive into that really quick.
Sure.
We have 2. What's the time for the gel, for the peels left on? And then the second one is, can you mix the gel peels with the stronger peels, or usually stay only with the gels or only with the ethanol-based peels? So
So,
one, what's the time? Yeah, okay.
yeah, so acid times for us generally range between 5 and 8 minutes per layer, and you can do multiple layers. Second part of that question is, do I combine the gel peels with the higher strength peels? No, generally not. I may layer a M.A.D peel first. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, I've got an area that's got quite a bit of scarring and I want to do a Jesner layer on some of those areas. I'll do a Jesner first, and then I may proceed to leave that Jesner on for 5 minutes and then continue with the gel-based peels on top of and in other areas of the skin. But I don't combine them. So I hope that helps. I think we covered both aspects of the question. If there's additional questions, just feel free to jump in and just pop those through. So let's talk about M.A.D mapping. Very basically, M.A.D mapping is a technique to address multiple skin concerns on a client's skin or face in the course of a single visit. So when you get a client that comes in, and again, let's say they've got acne, they've got scarring, and they've got inflammation all in one area, and they don't have that in other areas, but they may have just hyperpigmentation, you can design a protocol to address the multiple skin concerns. And that's what really makes MAD mapping and high performance ingredients combined work so well for optimal client results. But what I love about this becomes very dynamic, because as skin concerns change, so is your protocol. So let's say you've got the acne under control, but they still have hyperpigmentation. Well, then you can lean in and just concern yourself with the hyperpigmentation. Okay. So MAD mapping is a great tool, and the possibilities are endless, because as your client's skin changes, you can adapt very easily to the changing concerns. And again, you can map using the chemical peels, you can map using the masks, you can map serums and moisturizers. Now, mapping also includes cocktailing and layering. So don't just think of MAD mapping as only specific areas. Yes, it's specific areas, but if you have an area here where you want to cocktail, let's just say acne and brightening together, feel free, cocktail it, okay? This is Justin as our brand manager getting a facial, and again, they use the Genesis Growth Factor mask in sign where he has signs of aging in his forehead. They used the wheatgrass mask, which is that green one, in his sensitive areas, and he was prone to breakouts in his cheeks, so they used the zinc and sulfur mask in the cheek. So Justin had 3 different masks applied to his face, covering 3 different concerns. And that is the whole point of MAD mapping. Target the client's skin with the right product, okay? We're going to go down real quick and just show you what is so advantageous about all the different MAD skin concern products. How are we doing on time? Do we have a hard stop, or are we okay?
No, we're good.
Okay. I know I'm throwing a
Wait,
lot
how
in.
dark? How
I'm
dark is
sorry.
the SPF? Sorry.
Say that again.
How dark is the SPF?
How dark? Okay, so the dark primer comes out. It doesn't look that dark, but it is scientifically pigmented or formulated where it goes into skin as high as a Fitzpatrick 6 or 7 without giving a white cast. Okay, I think most darker Fitzpatricks have a problem with sunscreens because they make this kind of gray or whitish tone on your skin, and that makes sense, you know. But the dark primer is really designed for Fitzpatrick's 4 through 7 or 8 without a problem. The environmental category, it is loaded with antioxidants. It is loaded with that cell detox and the Oxygen. And again, everything in the environmental line is designed to help protect your skin against environmental aggressors, okay? Again, I want to get these environmental aggressors off our skin, and the environmental line is formulated to specifically do that. And really what that does is it boosts healthy skin. It makes your skin more healthy, and it gives you an overall glow, and it offers a lot of different active ingredients that, again, prevent lines and wrinkles, prevent other skin maladies such as skin irritations from things that are landing on your skin, like viruses and just a variety of things that affect how your skin appears. The key thing here is antioxidants. I want the free hydrogen available at the cellular level, and that is why we put in an abundance of potent antioxidants for healthy looking skin. Our brightening line is very focused on different forms of vitamin C, a tyranase inhibitor called B White. The vitamin C comes in the form of BVOSC, Stacy 50, and magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. We also contribute other active ingredients that are botanical based: emblica, mulberry, blueberry, bearberry fruit extracts, licorice. These are all botanical fruits that are high concentrations in vitamin C. So the amount of luminosity you get from our brightening line is very significant. The amount of a healthy glow you get is going to be amazing. The amount of evening out of skin tone is going to be amazing. And the amount of antioxidants that we're supplying because of our high loads of all these vitamin C's really contributes to those important hydrogen molecules that are needed for healthy skin. Acne, very focused. Salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, alp sebum, tea tree oil, willow bark, and sulfur. So all of these ingredients work synergistically together to unclog follicles, decongest the pores, break down excess oil that is causing the follicle to be clogged in the first place, and then really promote killing bacteria with the benzoyl peroxide and the sulfur. Our anti-aging line, which this doesn't even have a lot of new anti-aging ingredients. I apologize. We're going to add them. We've got a variety of peptides, plant-based growth factors. Now, let's talk a little bit about these fancy words that all of us brands use, right? I'm not the first one to come in and do a demo and say the word peptide or plant-based stem cell or growth factor. I want to boil this down because it's a lot of words that sound super fancy, but all a peptide is
Michael,
a chain.
can you go back to the environmental slide? I want to take a picture of the left side of it, if that's okay, just for
Go ahead.
literally a moment. Okay. Let me see okay. And hopefully I can read. Okay, thank you.
No problem. We'll make this presentation available too up on our Instagram so that everybody can reference this no matter when. We don't pull education down because I want to make sure everybody has access to what I'm saying all the time. So let's go back to the peptides and the stem cells and the growth factors. These are words that really boil down to meaning amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of life. So what chemical companies do, or raw material suppliers do, is they take a collection of amino acids, and what they do is they then construct them into these molecular bonds, and they pick specific amino acids to do certain things. So if you want to even out lines and wrinkles, you need specific amino acids that smooth out lines and wrinkles. And that could be arginine or arginine. And those are just a couple, to name a few of the 23 that nature designed that smooths out lines and wrinkles because it promotes collagen and elastin growth. There are other amino acids that are excellent at minimizing tyranase activity. So there are amino acids that are great to help even out your skin tone. There are amino acids that are great for calming and soothing irritation. How? These amino acids minimize the immune response and keep it under control. So any peptide, any growth factor, any stem cell, whatever it's derived from, is basically a collection of amino acids constructed in a manner that your skin is going to utilize. Okay. So there, I hope I can take away the curtain in understanding that stem cells, peptides, and amino acids are configurations. I'm sorry. Stem cells, peptides, and growth factors are amino acid chains, and there are only 23 of them that exist in our world. So you've got to take 23 of them and concoct a molecular chain to give you the benefit that you want. Okay. When it comes to anti-aging, we're really focused on the amino acids that do what? Minimize fine lines and wrinkles. So that's why you've got this list here. These are going to be various active ingredients, and you can Google these active ingredients like PhytoCell Tech. Feel free to go ahead and Google that, and you'll see it is a plant-based stem cell derived from the Alp rose, and it's resilient at making your skin tighter and softer and more radiant. Okay. Tetrapeptide 7, oleopeptide, arginine, Produ 400. These are, again, are going to be all amino acid chains really designed to make you look youthful and minimize fine lines and wrinkles. Now, we have products with retinol. We have other products with other active ingredients. We just need to update this list. This is not a complete list. Delicate and sensitive skin. There's a lot of brands out there or products that say they're great for delicate and sensitive skin because they have aloe or they have chamomile, and maybe they have both. Okay, when you look at M.A.D skincare, you're going to see a cocktail of active ingredients that is so rich, it has the ability to minimize redness, minimize the inflammatory response, or basically calling it an anti-irritant. It helps repair the skin matrix, and it's going to soothe irritated skin. So you're getting 4 benefits collectively to minimize the immune response and having delicate and sensitive skin. So I can't wait till you guys explore the M.A.D skincare range of the delicate skincare products. I think you're going to find them very beneficial in your practice, and I think your clients are going to love them. Our flex category, like I said, we've got mandelic acid in there. We've got CBD. We've got various fruit acids, which again work together to really minimize anti-aging issues, brightening issues, and acneic issues. Sun protection, again, it's really bolstered with active ingredients to help deliver antioxidants, to help, of course, protect you against sun damage. And what this does, by doing not only delivering SPF benefits, by delivering antioxidants, you're going to really help reverse UV-induced damage and help protect against future damage as well. And then we've got our new category, M.A.D Platinum, where we're introducing synthetic placenta growth factors to help combat lines and wrinkles, brighten the skin, or really reinvigorate hair growth. Now, when I said it's a synthetic placenta growth factor, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is they're taking all of the plant-based growth factors, but modeling it after the human placenta. And by doing this, you get the benefit of the micronutrients, the way nature designed the placenta growth factor to stimulate collagen and elastin production to some heights that you just cannot believe. Now, these particular products are designed specifically for microneedling and microchanneling, because you want a device to open up channels in the skin so you get maximum absorption. And then we've got our sheet mask here again, which is a great buddy to our growth factor line. Now, the sheet masks can be used external within another protocol. It's a great sheet mask. It's a hyaluronic sheet mask. It has tremella mushrooms, various extracts to help lock in moisture, brighten the skin, and minimize the immune response. So the sheet mask is going to work great regardless of the protocol that you're going to use. Finding more M.A.D information. So like I said before, if you go to our Instagram page, you're going to go up to the top and click the link tree. Once you click the link tree, you're going to get to this right side of the page where you can see M.A.D professional information. And once you lock in there, again, you're seeing platinum demonstrations, upcoming MAD education, MAD signature facials. We have 4 signature, maybe more signature facials, but we have our seasonal signature facial, which are great because here it is coming into fall. And if you want to figure out what to do for the fall, go to our MAD signature facials and look for our fall facial. And we've got last year still up there, which was great. We will have a new one for this year, but if you want to click on the 5 fruit fall facial, feel free. You're going to see a facial. It's going to tell you what products to use, what steps, and what the benefits are that you should see.
Is there a product protocol?
Yes, if you click on that 5 fruit fall facial, you would get the protocol for that 5 fruit fall facial. For the MAD Platinum Simpla facial, again, if you clicked on that, you're going to see a specific protocol ready to go so that you can kind of like not have to think too deeply, and it'll tell you exactly what products to use to get the benefit that you're looking for within this facial. So I recommend everybody take a look around. And again, let's go back real quick, and then we're almost done, I promise. This is sort of the Bible. Hold on. These protocol steps are what we generally look to follow. So even if you clicked on the 5 fruit fall facial, you're going to see it follow this flow. And all we're going to do is pick products that are very specific to skin as it relates to fall conditions. You've got sun damage, and now you're easing into a new season where you're going to have different external factors. There's a drop in moisture. So now your skin might start to get drier. Well, if you didn't get rid of the sun damage and the issues you had in the summer, you're basically carrying those over to the spring. So when we design a facial, we take those things into account. Let me just go. All right. So we talked about where to see more information, and we have a special code for the money-making esthetician family where you can get some great savings. So if you want to create a MAD professional account, you'd go to madprofessional.com and create your account, fill it all in. I'll get you approved, okay? And you would get a special code. Maria, we gave you that code, right?
Yes, it's money making.
There you go. It's money making. Now, when you create an account, I'm going to give you another code. I may tell you use code 20 off. Doesn't matter. Money making is your code. Feel free to use that code first to get your discount. Don't forget to click the apply button after you enter the code. Now, let's say you're in California. We work very closely with California Skincare Supply. So if you want to get into using MAD Skincare, please visit the CaliforniaSkincareSupply.com website and create your account there. If you've already got an account there, go ahead and enjoy MAD Skincare, because then you're all set up and you've probably had a portal into MAD Skincare already. But if
Would they also be able to use the code money making there?
I believe we did send that to CalSkin. I'll double check with Kelly just to make sure. Generally speaking, they offer other exclusive deals as well. So if you're in California, great resource, right? Again, if you're outside of California, come directly to madprofessional.com. But either way, you should have no problem. All right, guys, I think we are done. Yes, so I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I can answer more questions, whatever you'd like. I highly recommend taking a look at the MAD Professional website, seeing how everything is categorized. and go to our Instagram page and going to the link tree so you can see all of the education material we have available. And Cynthia said, never ordered with Cal Skin. Okay. Cynthia, are you in California? No. Okay. So you don't have to order from Cal Skin. You can if you want, but you can order directly from M.A.D Professional wherever you are in the other 49 states. So can you mix the gel peels with the stronger peels? Okay. So I think we answered this one. Generally speaking, no. I would layer the M.A.D peels first, no problem. I would layer the M.A.D peel first and then use the gel peels after that. So I wouldn't necessarily combine them. I would layer them though. No problem, my pleasure.
So there will be a replay if you guys go to the Money Making SD. I'm going to send it out via newsletter, and it's also going to be uploaded to our YouTube.
Wonderful. Well, I hope everybody got some good information. I'm always available if you ever have a question at any time. You can feel free to email me directly. It's Michael, Michael, at mad-skincare.com. I answer every email, I promise. I'm always here to provide as much information as possible so that all the estheticians can be as successful as possible. Maria, thank you so much for hosting. It was so enjoyable to be here today with your group, and I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Thank you so much. That was a fantastic presentation.
Oh, thank you. I hope so. And, you know, I'm always here to answer questions. So again, everybody, feel free to email me or anytime. So Maria, if there's anything, can
I
you
think
think
we
of
have one
anything
more
else?
question.
Sure.
Can you repeat your email? And I think you do have another question. Sorry.
Sure.
No,
So
go ahead.
it's my first name, Michael, Michael, at MAD-skincare.com. And if you go to our site and you want to hit contact us, that's going to email me directly. So don't worry. Even if you use that route, I'll get the email.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and there will be the replay posted by tomorrow.
Wonderful. Everybody have a great, great day. Enjoy it and prosper.
Thank
Live
you.
long and prosper. There we go.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.